Hey, what's up, guys? It's Renaldo here. So, this video is going to focus on companies and their PR teams that think it is acceptable to mock the Afrikaner refugees that decide to leave South Africa. Now, look, I'm a book for sports. I can take a tongue in cheek joke, but you have to look at the broader picture here as to why these individuals decided that they wanted to flee South Africa. Now, a lot of them were victims of crime. A lot of them were discriminated against. Like we can go on and on. There is 84 murders a day in South Africa, a violent sexual crime every few seconds. You've got 142 race-based laws against minorities in this country, 31 years after we became a democracy. So the redress argument goes out the window, because surely over 3 decades, we could have done a lot more to redress the situation in South Africa, where we don't have to have a 42% unemployment rate if you look at the broader definition of unemployment, and close to half of the youth in this country being unemployed. So you can understand why people would like to leave this country, because there's no future for them or their children. And that's exactly what happened with the 59 initial refugees that decided to leave South Africa. The overwhelming majority of them had children, and therefore they left the country for their children's future. Now, with that being said, there's a company that recently came out with a marketing campaign that was emailed to their database. And I've used this company many, many times before, but I definitely will not be using them moving forward. Now, this is not trying to cancel the company. I highly doubt that my stopping to use their service will do anything to their bottom line. And this is not a video to say go and cancel them. This is broader than that. It just shows you how people can make a mockery out of other people's suffering. That is the point of this video, because yes, tongue in cheek is all fine and well. I mean, We Buy Cars did it in a tasteful way, where they said, rev your Jeep. It's a joke. We get that. That is all good and well. But then you've got a company like travelstart that came out, and they didn't even feel confident enough to put this on their website, so they decided to send this as an emailer. And let's have a look at what they sent. So here you can see, look, it's very big. Sorry, I had to make it massive, but here you can see the subject is 49 people put their foot in the sack. That's technically wrong. It was 59 people. But then you can see here, travel start, flights, packages, cars, deals, and then it goes, terrible things are happening in South Africa. And then they show, obviously, two people there that are sitting next to each other and laughing. Now, that is making a mockery of the individuals that decided to leave South Africa. Because I'm pretty sure that, yes, there are great things in South Africa, but they're doing exactly what the woke leftists are doing, where they take a photo of themselves having a time of their lives and saying, ooh, we are being so oppressed in this country, like exactly completely missing the lived experiences by so many people. That image is terrible things are happening in South Africa. So that's tongue-in-cheek, trying to mock the people that left this country by taking up the refugee offer. Now, I want to ask travelstart, do they know how many of those 59 people were brutally assaulted, potentially raped, had family members that were murdered? Because is this a joke to you? Is it a joke to make fun of people that clearly lives in a country with 84 murders a day? Like, at what point do you go, maybe it's not a good idea to mock, blatantly mock these individuals? Here you can see it didn't partake in the great sack. You're in luck, because you can still enjoy a lekker braai in Cape Town, or jive like there's no tomorrow in Joburg. Let the tsakkers make Uncle Sam's land great again. South Africa has always been great. All right. Now, if you think this is like some weird thing, let me just click on anything. Let me do this. Click on this over here. Go back to the email. Let's click on anything here. As you can see, it loads the actual website over there. Let's do it one more time. Click on book now. It takes you to travelstart. as you can clearly, well, there we go, finally loads some things that you can see over here. So it's quite clear that this is an actual fact, travel start that sent out that email. All right. Now, the obvious question is, when did it ever become acceptable to mock people for their lived experiences? For you to advertise to turn a profit? I mean, it's absolutely absurd. And then, of course, the obvious here is, if the roles had to be reversed and it was black individuals that left this country, would Travel Start have felt confident in making the exact same statement, but just with the role reversal? No, I highly doubt it, because it's exactly the same thing that happens with Christianity and Islam. You can mock Christianity until you're blue in the face by mainstream media, advertisers, everybody. But you're not allowed to say anything about Islam. Because the moment you do, shit gets real, right? So I will never ever understand how a company with a global reach like Travel Start will look at this clearly sensitive issue that affects a lot of South Africans and then think it's acceptable to mock them. Because as I stated earlier, does Travel Start know how many of these 59 people were directly victims of crime, had family members murdered, had family members raped, perhaps themselves that they were raped, lost people due to crime? Of course not, because, hey, who cares? It's only 59 people and the rest of South Africa can laugh and celebrate, you know? And that is how sick society has become. And that is how sick these companies and their PR firms have become, where they think things like this is acceptable. As I've also stated earlier, there's two ways that you can do it. You can do it in a classy way, like We Buy Cars did, where they do a play on words, where it's rev your Jeep instead of refugee. That's fine. But when you start making claims like, oh, they can go and make Uncle Sam's country great again, and we will just stay in South Africa that's always been great. Quick question to Travel Start. Do you think a country is great when there's 84 murders a day? When the country that's not in an active war has more murders a day than countries that do have active wars in their borders? Do you think that is great? Do you think it's great to have 142 race-based laws? Do you think that's great? Do you think it's phenomenal to give a percentage of your company away only to appease the government because, hey, you are the wrong skin color, and therefore in order to make the government happy, you have to get random individuals that have the right skin tone so that your company can thrive and do business with the government? Is that what you call great? Because that's not what I call great. That is actually what I call super cuck. The country has great potential. We live in the most beautiful country on earth, and the people are absolutely amazing. But wanting to say that South Africa has always been great. Also, just quickly, Travel Start, let's really see if you want to get cancelled. You say that South Africa has always been great. Apartheid? What about that? Do you think apartheid was great? Because, hey, I mean, let's bring it up again. There we go. South Africa has always been great. There we go. Well done, Travel Start. I think you just potentially cancelled yourself because, hey, everybody, come and look here. Yeah, come look here. Travel Start just said that South Africa has always been great. Hey, how you like that? They mean, therefore, that apartheid was great. Hey, no. Hey, Travel Start, hush. You were the ones that said South Africa has always been great. Huh? Did you or did you not say that? Okay, so always means since it came into existence. Therefore, you are saying that apartheid was great under apartheid. Weird, eh? I wonder how your PR firm's going to handle this one. But hey, you see how quickly you can turn things around. Perhaps you should stop mocking people that can't defend themselves, consider what they've gone through, and then, if you have an opinion, give it in a way that can offend a massive chunk of your user base. Because what you did there was a cheap shot. And I'm not here for cheap shots. If you want to come up with clever concepts to word your adverts, then do it in a way in which you don't have to shit on people for making the decisions that they've done. Because we all know that if these 59 individuals were black, you would never ever have done that. Shame on you. And personally, I will never make use of any of your services. I don't care if you save me 300, 500 or 1,000 rand. If you're willing to dunk on individuals that can't represent themselves and mock them, then you can fuck off. I'm not interested in your business. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to smash that like button. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to share this video far and wide. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to hear on what travelstart thinks of the 59 refugees that left South Africa. And lastly, if you support me and my content, please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. And that's all I got to say. Till later, cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I went my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I went my massacre. My massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I went my massacre. My massacre.